Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's much more likely to talk about where he wants to go rather than actually getting there. He likes things to be planned and organized, and he can speak with a lot of confidence. But when it comes to putting in long hours or pushing through challenges, he doesn't quite follow through. So he's not likely to make it big in his career. He says plenty, but the action is often missing.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he doesn't lose his temper or get overly emotional. Instead, he tends to pull back and keep to himself, often becoming quiet and distant. Don't expect outbursts or complaints, but also don't expect much positive energy to bounce back quickly.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work may find him distant or a bit hard to approach. He doesn't pick fights or raise his voice, but he isn't the type to be warm, friendly, or polite with others either. He tends to keep to himself and can come across as blunt when he does speak.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he won't get jealous or try to pull you down. He cares deeply about others and will feel happy for your success, though you might not get big, cheerful celebrations from him. Instead, he'll prefer to let you shine, staying quietly supportive in the background.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's not likely to resent you or feel threatened if you earn more than him. He keeps his emotions in check and tends to care for others in a quiet, gentle way. There's little risk of hidden anger or silent grumbling.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money quite carefully and prefers things to be organized and planned. You probably won't catch him making impulsive purchases or taking big financial risks. He likes knowing where his money is going and will avoid wasteful spending.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't try to show off or pretend to be wealthier than he actually is. You won't see him buying flashy things just to impress others or stretching his budget for appearances. Even when others around him splurge, he sticks to his habits and doesn't get carried away.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is kind and thoughtful, especially when someone truly needs help, but he's not openly generous with gifts or grand gestures. With money, he is careful and may come across as a little strict or even stingy at times, wanting to make sure nothing is wasted. In short, his heart is gentle, but his wallet stays tightly managed.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He isn't secretive or controlling about money, but he also won't be the first to start long, open talks about it. He likes to keep things clear and organized, so you can expect honesty if you ask him directly. While he may seem a bit reserved, his careful ways are more about keeping order than trying to control.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's the type who believes in keeping things organized, so he'll want the home to run smoothly. He won't expect you to do all the housework by yourself, but he might have clear ideas about how things should be done. Overall, he's practical about housework. It's a shared responsibility, not just yours.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will step in and help with chores and even diapers, especially when he sees it's needed for the home to be neat and organized. He may not be the most joyful or playful helper, and sometimes he might be a bit strict about how things should be done. He's practical and prefers to share the duties rather than leave them all to you.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually doesn't start arguments just to prove a point, and he's not one to yell or fight back hard. If you share your side, he may not show much emotion or excitement, but he quietly listens and tries to process what you're saying. His way is to keep calm and avoid big drama. He wants peace, not endless debates.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he gets angry, he doesn't turn mean or aggressive. Instead, he tends to grow quiet and keep his feelings inside rather than lash out or speak harsh words. He won't yell, insult, or make you feel small. He avoids drama and doesn't want to hurt others with his words.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not someone who gets angry quickly. In fact, he usually keeps his emotions under control and does not react with sudden outbursts or heated words. Even when things go wrong or stress builds up, he handles it calmly and doesn't let anger boil over.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He usually doesn't blame others when something goes wrong, and he won't throw harsh words your way. He may not be quick or expressive in saying sorry, often going quiet instead of giving a big apology. But deep down, he does recognize when he's made a mistake and will try to make things right.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and he understands that no truly means no. He is not the type to push or pressure you when you set clear limits, whether it's about emotional, personal, or physical needs. Even if he sometimes keeps his own feelings hidden, he is gentle at heart and will honor your comfort and choices. You can trust that your boundaries will be safe with him.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He's not likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He tends to keep his emotions private and isn't quick to react with hurt feelings or arguments. Instead, he'll quietly accept your boundaries and move on without drama.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to keep private moments safe and respected. He's not the type to share your secrets, make fun of you, or use anything personal against you later. Even if he doesn't always talk about his feelings, he values trust and privacy.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He doesn't seek excitement just for the sake of it, and he values comfort, routine, and trust in a relationship. You can expect loyalty from him, and he will take his commitment seriously.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not the over possessive or overly jealous type. He tends to keep his feelings under control and doesn't make a habit of questioning your every move or trying to control who you talk to. His calm nature means you won't feel smothered or watched all the time.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, for him, being protective is not about controlling you or making all the decisions for you. He cares deeply, but in a quiet, practical way, wanting to make sure things are safe and steady rather than trying to control your choices or movements. He does not thrive on power over others, nor does he enjoy telling people what to do.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a shared responsibility and want things to run smoothly for the whole family. He isn't the type to expect you to do everything while he just watches from the side. Instead, he'll try to keep routines, help with tasks, and make sure the basics are taken care of.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will usually stay calm and not lose his temper. He keeps his emotions under control and doesn't believe in shouting or harsh punishment. His steady nature means he guides with a cool head, helping everyone learn from mistakes without drama.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He cares about making sure everyone's needs are met and daily life is steady, so he won't limit you just to housework or parenting. You can trust that he values you both as a partner in the family and as someone with your own dreams and identity.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will suddenly ask you to quit your job after you have a child. He believes in routines and shared responsibilities, and he values a stable, organized home over controlling decisions. He's more practical than bossy.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will likely treat your parents with respect and good manners, but may not show much real warmth or friendliness. He isn't the type to be openly affectionate, crack jokes, or get deeply involved in family celebrations. Your parents will find him dependable and calm, though a bit reserved. He is more likely to quietly adjust to your family rather than expect everyone to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He doesn't believe in shouting matches or dramatic arguments, so he'll keep his feelings steady and avoid adding fuel to the fire. You won't have to worry about him blowing up or embarrassing you in front of others.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is unlikely to play double standards, being modern with you, but expecting you to suddenly become a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values routine, order, and respect, but doesn't force rigid roles or big pretenses just to impress others. With him, you can expect honesty and a steady approach, not hidden expectations or surprises.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will generally support you, though he might do so quietly rather than openly taking sides or getting into arguments. He wants peace and avoids conflict, so he may not speak out loudly against his relatives, but he won't leave you alone or ignore your feelings either. You'll feel his support in private moments, through small actions, comfort, and by standing with you behind the scenes.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not the typical mummy's boy. While he respects routines and may value his mother's ways, he is calm and independent in his thinking. He doesn't like drama or arguments, so he won't openly clash with his mother, but he also won't blindly follow everything she wants if it hurts your happiness. In conflicts, he'll try to keep the peace, but in private, he is likely to quietly support you and make sure your feelings are heard.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He keeps personal matters to himself and values privacy in the relationship. If he ever does share something, it will likely be very little and only if he feels truly stuck, not as a habit.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being with him day in and day out means living a life that's steady, calm, and organized. You'll rarely face big dramas or loud fights. He prefers things to run smoothly and quietly.